here we go. This is the second video in lesson 12, and we are continuing working on subtraction using place value understanding. All right, so here we have a subtraction problem, 6 and 27 hundredths minus 4 and 68 hundredths. We're going to do it here in the vertical method. So I'm going to rewrite it 6 and 27 hundredths minus 4 and 68 hundredths. We're going to look at it here in the vertical form, and then we're going to look at it here in place value. Okay, so you can see we have 6 and 2 tenths and 7 hundredths, right? Just the same as we have here. 6 ones, 2 tenths, and 7 hundredths. And then this is what we're going to be taking away. So of course I didn't put it there because we're going to be taking it away. All right, so the first thing we need to check is that we have our numbers vertically aligned. Aligned means they're in line, okay? So we want to make sure that we have our ones place on top of the ones place, our tenths place on top of the tenths place, and our hundredths place on top of the hundredths place, right? Let's say, for instance, what if there was no 7 here? Would I move my 2 over? No. I would just put a 0 to hold that space, right? Because we want to have hundredths, tenths, ones. Place value makes a big difference, and we can't just move things around. Just like how we can't move tens into the hundreds place. Like your $10 is not going to become $100, right? Just by moving it. So let me just erase that again. Just want to make sure we're clear on aligning our place value. Okay, now let's look at this. Can we subtract our hundredths? Can we take 8 from 7? Smaller number is on top. That's not going to work, right? And this is a big misconception that we see in 5th graders where they're going 8 minus 7, but we can't do that. Let's look at it with the place value, right? Here I have 8 hundredths, right? Sorry, wrong place. 7 hundredths. Is this 7 hundredths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I take 8 hundredths away from that? I only have 7. I can't take 8 away. So what do we need to do? You might be saying, yes, we need to take away and borrow, right? So this becomes 17 hundredths, and this becomes 1/10. And that makes sense with the place value too, because what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our tenths and we're going to put it over here, and we're going to change it into 10 hundredths, right? So now we have 17 hundredths. Do you see how we borrowed? Yeah, we borrowed 10 hundredths. Let's get them all over there. Eight, 9. Oops, I think I got one extra. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I took 1/10 and I changed it into 10 hundredths. Do you see my 10 hundredths here? Right? So this is done. It's exchanged. So I'm going to take that over there. Just the same thing that we did here, changing it to 17 hundredths by taking one of the tenths away. Okay, so now I have 17 hundredths, and I'm subtracting 8, right? 8 hundredths. So 17 minus 8 is 9. And let's look at our place value. I'm going to take away 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I have 9 left, just like I had over here. Now I'm over in the tenths place. 1 minus 6. I can't do that either. Do not do it backwards, because I only have 1, right? Over here, I only have 1. I can't take away 6. So what do I need to do? I need to come over to the ones, right? Come over to the ones place and that becomes 5 ones, and this becomes 11 tenths. Let's look at it with place value. Take one of my ones over here, and now I'm going to have 10 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because 1, 1, right, is the same as 10 tenths. So I'm exchanging these two just like I'm doing right here. I take one of my ones and I take 10 of my tenths and I put it over here. So now I have 11 tenths. 11 minus 6 is 5. So now I have 59 hundredths, 5 tenths, 9 hundredths. Let's look over here. Oh, I better get rid of that 1. Used it up, right? So here I have 10, 11 tenths, right? And I'm subtracting 6. So I'm getting rid of 6 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see what do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same as what I had over here. 5 hundredths. Okay, now we're almost done. 5 minus 4. Can I do that? Yes, the bigger number's on top. 5 minus 4 is 1. So now I have 1 and 59 hundredths. Notice my decimals are straight lined up. My ones, my tenths, my hundredths, everything aligned. And I'm subtracting 4. So let's get rid of 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the number that I have left. Let's just erase these circles so they don't confuse us. All right. What do we have left? We have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 tenths, 1, 1, and 9 hundredths, right? 1, 1, 5 tenths, and 9 hundredths. Okay, so that's using place value discs, and vertical. Very important that you remember how to subtract. The number on the top has to be bigger or you cannot subtract. Your answer will always be wrong, right? Okay, let's see. I think we have another question to do here. All right. Remember how we are going to always estimate first, right? And we forgot to estimate first on our last question. So I know I was so excited to use our place value discs. Let's go back here and let's just look at our 6, right? The 6, 2 tenths. So 6 and 2 tenths next door, that's telling me it's closer to 6, isn't it? And 4 and 6 tenths, that's closer to 5. 6 minus 5, my estimate is 1. Our answer was 1 and 59 hundredths, so that's close, right? Okay. Always estimating first to check our answers and make sure that we are, doing it right. If we're subtracting backwards, then our estimate's going to be wrong, isn't it? Okay, let's get out of here. And let's go back to the other question. Wait, is that the one we already did? Okay, never mind that then. We need to go to the next question. That's probably going to be down here. Sorry. I know we definitely have some subtraction practice here. All right, there we go. We just don't have a slide for it. 5 and 5 tenths minus 1 and 91 hundredths. Okay, I want you to estimate what would be that answer, and I want you to do that in your Edpuzzle. Okay, round 5 5/10 to the closest whole number, round 1 91/100 to the closest whole number. So you're looking at the ones place here, and then subtract, because you just want a quick answer of what would be the closest when you do your estimate. Okay, now we're gonna actually do the math with this question. All right, and what I want you to do, I want you to think about the vertical form. Okay, I want you to think about the vertical form. Can you write these and have them lined up in your vertical form? Okay, and then I want you to use your place value discs and do both of those. Okay, so vertical form and place value discs. Go ahead and do that yourself and put your answer in your Edpuzzle. Do not shortchange your practice. Practice. That's how you're going to get mastery on this. And yeah, it is important to be able to subtract decimals. Okay, so put your answer into Edpuzzle after you've done it with your decimal discs and with your vertical form. Okay, very good. Now we're going to go to another problem. Yeah, we're getting some practice in here. Okay, here's another problem. 9 45/100 minus 5 87/100. Okay, so let's write that in vertical form. Okay, 9 45/100. Okay, you're writing this down somewhere too. Minus 5 87/100. So we want to line up our ones place, line up our decimals, line up our tenths place, line up our hundredths place, and subtract. Okay, you can do this just by straight subtraction in the vertical form without using your decimal discs. If you feel like you need a little help, then go ahead and use your decimal discs and put your answer in Edpuzzle. Okay, if you need help, stop, ask for help, ask someone to show you how to do this. Okay, all right, let's clear that off and let's look at one more problem. Sorry, don't see it. There it is. 7 2/10 minus 2 65/100. Line it up. Make sure your decimals are lined up. Make sure your ones place are lined up. Estimate first. Think about 7 and 3. 7 minus 3, right? It makes a fast estimate so you can check your work. Then do your subtraction. Then put your answer into Edpuzzle. Okay? And be careful that you align using place value, right? Line everything up. Okay, thanks for your hard work. Thanks for watching.